Anyways, remark. Yep.
She lowers her.
You're no ordinary traveler, are you? You positively reek of sauce. Are you the one responsible for this mayhem surrounding us?
Deny shake her head and demand that she explain how she knew your sorcerer.
Like recognizes like. The Black Ring had great uses for my powers. But those powers aren't enough to help us escape this place.
She gestures to where a young magister is propped up on a cot in the corner. He's ashen and dazed, his shoulder bound in layers of crimson-soaked wound dressings.
This is Mahaly. We absconded together. I from the Black Ring and he from the Magisters. We fell for each other while I was his prisoner. Love will set you free. You look like someone who wouldn't turn down a good thing when it comes to them. How about a little deal? You help us, and I'll show you how to make true use of Source.
Okay.
Mahaly put himself at great risk to free me from Magister captivity. We made it clear, but he picked up quite a nasty wound. We found refuge in this charming hamlet. But then, well, I'm sure you saw for yourself. The landscape tore itself open, Voidwoken appeared. It was far too dangerous to try and move elsewhere. There was also some form of decaying shroud that aggravated Mahaly's wounds, but it appears to have dissipated. Small blessings. So, now we must escape this place. Help us, and I will help you.
Mention that Driftwood isn't far. You managed the journey yourself. They should be able to do the same. Or, agree to help. You could help to clear a path.
Thank you. Please, clear the way so that we can head south in the direction of the coast. The north is too dangerous. It crawls with Voidwoken. Once you've helped Mahaly and I pass freely, once we're truly clear, I'll give you what you want.
Her eyes speak volumes.
All that you want.
They kill the creatures responsible for the decay in the region.
She slinks forward until her face is mere inches from your own.
I owe you a debt. But I already know what you desire. And I intend to pay in full. Right now. Tell me, do you know exactly what I am?
No, I didn't say you know a succubus when you see one.
Excellent eye, my dear. You are correct. I am indeed a succubus. Love is my power. It enthralls those who lie with me and feeds me yet more power. My source abilities are linked to this aspect of me, and it is through this aspect that I must reward you.
You realize that her hand is caressing your arm. She gazes at you intently. Her eyes are oceans of violet. You could drown in them.
You have my word, though. I will not use my powers to make you my thrall. Just as I hope you won't use what I show you to become some sort of tyrant.
Ask what Mahaly would think.
Mahaly understands who I am. That's why we're meant to be together.
Then accept.
She grins devilishly and pulls you close.
Let's see what you're made of.
She kisses you. She devours you. Suddenly she's all blinding light and come hither heat. You enter her heat, thrust upon thrust, until she scalds, and with a scream, her nails digging for blood, all becomes an echo of the primal soul. A burst of overwhelmed. Slowly the heat abates as she releases you with a kiss. Your vision swims back into view, Almira observing you with a knowing smile.
My. That was intense, wasn't it? Truth be told, there was nothing really left to teach you, but I felt it would be rude to stop once we got going. You were ever so satisfying, though. Please, accept this little token of appreciation for your effort. Once you've caught your breath, I actually have another little request for you.
You're out.
You have helped me to escape immediate danger, but I remain a fugitive from my old life and the promises I made to it. The Black Ring swear allegiance to a powerful being, the God King. This is not a mere oath of duty, this is the Covenant. And those who accept it are bound to the God King. They are sworn. I am sworn. You have to understand, Lucian's death fog broke us. We were left defeated, leaderless. And then the God King started to speak to us. He offered victory, immortality, anything we desired in exchange for loyalty. How could we refuse? Once you are sworn, there is no escape. Your life is the God King's. Fail or betray him, and you are doomed. Unless you find a way to break the Covenant. That is where you come in, my dear. I discovered the existence of ancient implements called Swornbreakers. They are rumored to be able to break any magical pact, including the Covenant. And while enslaved by the Magisters, I noticed a tablet in their excavation site in the Black Pits. It bore markings that looked very similar to how these Swornbreakers were described to me.
She smiles, fixing those violet eyes upon you once again.
Will you retrieve it for me?
Explain.
It is a promise that you cannot break, unless you want to end up broken yourself. Those who are sworn to it are bound to the God King, come victory or defeat. If you try to break the Covenant unprepared, then you are sealing your own fate.
Tell her to explain the God
He
King.
is a god for the godless. A beacon for those who have no place in this world. He seeks to cast down the world of the Seven and build a new world with the Sworn at his side. The Black Ring flock to him after Lucian unleashed his death fog. The undead stand by him because he offers them a return to life. I don't know why the Voidwoken flock to him. But I want to be with Mahali. That is why the God King and I must part ways. That is why I need a Swornbreaker.
Okay.
Who needs thralls when I have selfless acquaintances such as yourself? By the by, a black little birdie told me you've a ship along the shore. That is where we'll go. Enjoy a bit of sun while we wait.
Oh. Oh, it's another bow, but... Doesn't have a thing for it. So the most expensive item is this. Okay. Oh. Yeah. I guess back to the back down to the Black Pits we go. Okay. And one more from her, and then we'll be good. Nothing else?
Are you proud? Proud to stand in the way of justice? Proud that you'd allow Voidwoken to raise the land? Proud of your wrongs.
Argue with him. He's been misled by Alexander, by Dallas, by the entire order.
A crooked sneer surfaces from the spirit's deep pit of contempt.
The Order has something you could never understand. A code.
His sneer widens.
Traitors like you. You have no code. You blindly ricochet from one conflict to the next, stirring the pot while scolding the virtuous. You pretend to have honor, but you're a fraud.
Huh.
Yes.
I'd like to discuss revelations about being a prime scion.
Yes. I am the Prime Scion. A revelation that came quite out of the blue, which is somewhat ironic, considering I'm supposed to be my people's foremost memory keeper. Quite slipped my mind, though. A slave scar will do that to a girl.
Ask if these revelations jogged anything in her memory.
Yes, a great many things. Days long gone.
She looks down, an uncharacteristic cast of melancholy passing over her face.
Gods, I was so young. Imagine it, to sit enthroned under a vast forest canopy, to look down upon a crowd of thousands, their bodies aglow with countless rays of golden light falling through the leaves. You hear their voices as one. One mind, one thought, and it's your name they incant, as if the word itself were magic. Sabeel. They said it like I was the cornerstone of their existence. Isn't that silly? I didn't even know myself.
Ask her if she knows who she is now.
Good question. It's a very lonely thing indeed to be the object of a people's worship. What is revered is feared at the same time.
She absent-mindedly fingers her needle, hesitates.
I used to love poetry. I used to love wandering the forests for days on end. I'd swim in the rivers and forget to dress after. It was fine. I was alone. I'd bask in the sun, sleep nestled among bear cubs. Nothing out there would harm me. But always, they would find me, the scions. Always the mother tree would call me back, for one day I'd be free no longer. One day my legs would be roots. To wander would be but one lone memory among millions.
You've never been free, have you?
Clearly not. Though I must admit that even to sit on that throne amid that eerie crowd, destined to become leaf and bark, was not so dreadful a prospect as what came next. When I decided to run away from the Mother Tree with only the moon for my guide, it was a terrible journey. Soft-leafed branches became vicious like whips. Moss-bedecked rocks became sharp like the stone axes of old. I grew weary. I was bleeding, in pain, and how I gasped when for the first time an animal eyed me with malice and growled. That is when I heard them. The whispers and the taunts, the low howls of men, the snare cut so deep, the blindfold, it made me panic, the dark.
Taking your arms, comfort her.
Somewhat to your surprise, Sabeel doesn't recoil, but allows you to hug her.
Thank you. That very first moment of darkness. I've never been so scared ever since. Then there was the stench of those men. The burn of the ropes. The jeers and the kicks. until the dark went silent. Even those barbarians didn't dare speak in the presence of the Master. But I'll not speak of him and his methods. Not now, anyway. If ever.
Ask Sibylla what her next move should be.
We should sail off into the sunset in search of the Nameless Isle. An idyllic enough spot, no doubt.
Okay.
Yes, by all means, let us partake in the art of conversation. The Council of the Seven and the powers of divinity call us. Let's heed them, shall we?
What happened? What happened to the Red Princess? You know, in the wagon.
He looks at you sternly, for all the world like a schoolmaster lecturing an errant brat.
I think you can quite easily imagine what went on in that wagon. Almost a pity you weren't a witness, actually, for you would have seen the conception of a new world. Not to mention an unparalleled lesson in lovemaking.
What happened? I asked the Red Prince about what he makes of what happened. Sahada, the other king.
His eyes attest to a desperation you've never seen him acknowledge in any way whatsoever before. He seems restless, angry, on the cusp of a tempest you never expected could ruffle his unshakable demeanor.
Finally, I found her. Finally, I found her, only to lose her again. It's unthinkable, unbearable, to know she's in the hands of such villains. Aye.
Urge him to calm down, all will be well.
She's gone, damn you! Don't you understand? Just let me.
He closes his eyes and begins to chant an old mantra. His voice mesmerizes, and as he calms, you too feel serenity descend upon the scene.
There. Much better. I apologize for my irritability just now. What you don't realize is... Tell me, have you ever been in love?
Yes, of course. Who hasn't?
Too many, unfortunately. Suffice to say, I am in love. In such a way that is the very core of my entire existence. My empire and my throne, I must have them back, there's no question about it. My offspring of dragons, I will see them born. Divinity itself, by all means, I crave it. But above all, above any of them, I cherish her.
Ask where that leaves you.
Well, of course, that doesn't mean I'm not very fond of you as well. It's just that...
Oh, rude. So you understand you're not pressing further.
But I want to explain, I do. You must know she is my deepest desire. That I've longed for since my soul slipped into consciousness. To see her taken away from me now, after our first meeting. It rends the heart.
Say that it means that much to him, you'll do anything to reunite them.
Words that mend. I thank you for them. I will scour this world in search of Sadha, and if by mortal means she eludes me, I will take divinity for the purpose.
Ask him about his prophetic dreams with Brahmos.
Ah, yes. The dream visions. I've been bombarded with a lot of grandiloquent prophecies that an analytical mind like mine is obliged to meet with a certain degree of skepticism. Were it not for the princess. Like all lizards, I give great credence to dreams, for I know them to flow not from the sleep-hazed mind, but from another plane of existence altogether. Sometimes, in that vast phantasmagorical chaos, two storm-tossed kernels meet and become a constant. Sadha is the secret of my soul. I have no doubt whatsoever we are meant for one another. Meant for dragons. Ontologically speaking, where the return of the great red dragons is as yet but a possibility in the realm of Rivellon, it is already fact in the disarray of dreams.
Well, that was quite a bit of a grandiloquent speech.
I notice a certain limitation in your vocabulary. You're welcome.
Anyways, you're quite right.
As if that ever was in doubt. Now, I don't blame you for being skeptical. It shows a penchant for logic. But logic, dreams, and prophecy make for an ill-tasting cocktail indeed. Bear with me, though. I'll make it taste sweet just yet.
Ask the prince what he thinks about the scions.
I can't say I've ever given them much thought. They're no more than an elven curiosity, as far as I'm concerned, obsessed with the idea of becoming sentient bark. Wonderful material once chopped, though, I'll give you that. Just look at the Lady Vengeance.
I would like to go... Oh, nope, nope, nope.
He stands to attention and salutes you.
Ah, right.
I'm on the
Careful
right
now,
track.
that's a trap.
That tablet Riker wants has to be close. This corpse is wearing black ring garb. How strange.
Is it like there? Oh dear.
Careful, I've spotted a trap. Look out! I see a trap. Cows! Looks like we're really not welcome here. Look out! I see a trap nearby. Careful, I've spotted a trap. Look out! I see a trap nearby. Careful, I spotted a trap.
Help me!
Move to help her.
Careful. It might still be here. I think I made it angry.
Sure looks angry.
It's a hell of a way to express it.
Well, slightly unfortunate, but you're first, huh? Okay, well,
I yield to none.
we'll do that. Okay. We'll then go ahead and just right, there's that. Any dead bodies close by? No? Okay. Nice. Do 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 do.
I'll yield to none.
Ah, damn. Can't see him. Well then, I suppose. Ooh.
I'm ready.
Ow. Bit of boob. Well, that works. That really works.